Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for making time for Vox Politica, your number one Kenyan YouTube political channel where we unpack Kenyan's political headlines as soon as possible. My name is Jacob Nye. Now today, I want us to look at reasons why Rigathi Gachagua is the right candidate to cripple William Ruto's re-election in 2027 and make him one-term president. Because as you all understand, the mission for the Kenyans is one. The mission, the objective, and the commission is just one, to make William Ruto a one-term president. Now, the reasons why Rigathi Gachagua is the best candidate to do that is, number one, Rigathi Gachagua has managed to create a very good influence. Rigathi Gachagua has a deep-rooted political influence in Mount Kenya, and Mount Kenya is one of the most important voting blocks in this country. So if Rigathi Gachagua has already managed to get the influence, to have a grassrooted influence in the mountains of in the Mount Kenya politics, he has managed to put these people at his fingertips, and they are all going to follow him. So if he can turn this bloc against William Ruto, because this is the bloc that made William Ruto a president, so if he can turn this bloc against William Ruto, and then this is a sure bet to cripple William Ruto's re-election bid.
Kama ni mimi nitatolewa, si mtu nitapeleka kama baisikeli ya kuibiwa. Yeah? So, na tunasema we'll agree. Kama ni mimi, au wengine wote wataniunga mkono.
Number two, Rigathi Gachagua has an insider knowledge of how William Ruto's strategy for elections work. He has been working with William Ruto for the last 2 years as a vice president. So, and to add on that, Rigathi Gachagua has also been working with Uhuru Kenyatta. He has been Uhuru Kenyatta's PA ever since Uhuru Kenyatta started campaigning until he was president. And this gives Rigathi Gachagua a very good position to come up with a very effective counter campaign against William Ruto, because he understands the inner workings of Kenya Kwanza strategies and Kenya Kwanza government, how they work. So that bit that he has been in government, and that's why even when asked about stealing election, he's not afraid. He says that William Ruto cannot manage to steal elections, even if he made Murkomen or Farouk the IBC chair.
I've heard President William Ruto say that he'll win in 2027.
Yes.
Listening to the ground, the only way he can win is if he is able to change the constitution through a referendum and remove the voting power from the people of Kenya to advisors. And since he has so many advisors, he would win in the morning. That's the only way he can win.
Okay.
And he knows. He knows.
IBC has been reconstituted. Josephat Nanok, the Deputy Chief of Staff, is reportedly close to the IBC chair. Is this going to compromise the 2027 election?
He is not close to the IBC chair.
Yeah.
He was his employee. He was an attorney at the county of Turkana, where Nanok was governor. So ni mtu yake. Na ndio amemletea William Ruto akuwe chairman. So basically, IBC will be run from State House. But nothing much will change. I want to tell you. It doesn't matter. Okay. Even if William Ruto appointed Farouk Kibet as chairman of IBC. Yeah? Or Oscar Sudi as chairman of IBC. He'll still lose. The vote against William Ruto, the margin will be so huge, I can tell you. Nobody can do anything about it. The only folly is if the commissioners refuse to organize an election. They fail to fill the ballot boxes, the ballot papers, and to ensure there is order. But as long as they make sure the polling stations are open on time, there are ballot papers, and the counting is done at the polling station, the rest is a mathematical exercise of adding, tallying.
So you believe the IBC is going to conduct a fair election?
I'm not sure what they'll do, but I'm saying the mood in the country.
Yeah. If you're gauging,
if that IBC tries to mess with the election,
okay,
there will be no country here. 207 will look like a Christmas party. I can tell you. And I want to implore those commissioners to be Kenyans, to be patriotic, and not to attempt to force William Ruto on the people of Kenya. It will not work. The people of Kenya will not accept it. People want change, and they are ready for change. Indeed, they are impatient. The 2 years is too far away.
This confidence that Gachagua expresses shows you that he knows the inner dealings. Even if election are stolen, Rigathi Gachagua knows how they are stolen, and therefore he can be able to stop William Ruto from stealing that election. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, reason why Rigathi Gachagua is the best candidate to crippleize William Ruto's re-election is that Rigathi Gachagua has a good grassroots mobilization skills. This man, when he speaks in a language that resonates well with the grassroots voters. He is known for his bland, populistic language of communication, which resonates well with those voters on the ground. If Rigathi Gachagua was to stood even in the Coast Province in Mombasa today to address people, many will gather and will listen to him because his communication style resonates well with the people.
Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua have one thing in common. They'll want William Ruto to be a one-term president. Both of them. So if that is the common denominator between Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua, they should do what is ideal, which is work together in terms of who do we support.
DCP!
They now know that Gachagua is not joking. He's serious about one term. And that Gachagua himself may run. That is the scare. The scare is that Gachagua himself may run. Because there's no doubt, if Gachagua runs, unless Uhuru disturbs that equation, he will be number 1. If you are not with this Gachagua DCP party, and you want an elective seat, MCA, governor, senator, whatever you call it, MP, if you are not with DCP in Mount Kenya, you are wasting your time.
Another reason that makes Rigathi Gachagua the best candidate to send William Ruto home and make him one term is that Rigathi Gachagua is using a tactic that William Ruto used the last 2022 election to become president. This tactic is positioning yourself as a victim of betrayal. This tactic has worked very well in Kenyan's elections. And in 2022, William Ruto used this tactic very well, that he was betrayed by Uhuru Kenyatta, the deep state was against him, he was the son of a nobody, and all that positioning as a victim of betrayal then helps you to gain sympathy from the Kenyans, and they vote for you very, very well. Another reason is because of the everyday growing anger and discontent among Kenyans with the William Ruto's administration and the policies that the government of Kenya Kwanza has put to Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, me and you know very well that 80% of Kenyans are angry with William Ruto and his administration because this administration has raised taxes. It has made the cost of living to be very high. And then to couple on that, it has made many systems in Kenya. The education system is almost being paralyzed. The other day we saw the university students funding model was crippleized. The health system has been crippleized. The SHA is not working. There are no jobs for the youths. So this anger and this faction, Rigathi Gachagua is going to ride on them to make sure that he makes William Ruto a one-term president. To make William Ruto one-term president, then it will take a person with the courage of Rigathi Gachagua to unseat William Ruto. Because William Ruto is not your ordinary politician. So it needs somebody who is well enough prepared to face him face on face and tackle him. Omundu humundu. Tackle him properly. So those are the reasons I think, ladies and gentlemen, are enough to make Rigathi Gachagua the right surprising candidate to make William Ruto a one-term president. Let me see what your thoughts are on who is the right candidate to unseat William Ruto as we approach 2027 general election. My name is Jacob Mnyende and this is Vox Politica. You're here, you're here to subscribe. The only support that you can give me is to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video. I want to thank you so much. For those who have already subscribed, I say thank you and congratulations to you, my esteemed people. Without you, this channel could not be where we are. Asanteni sana.